Today on How to Film, I'm going to show you a boom mic setup that's about in the $500 range. Boom's in the shot.
This is how to film a YouTube video. Or anything.
A boom mic is one of the most useful pieces you have on set. I would say maybe 80% of film and television get their audio captured from a boom mic. And the reason for that is a boom captures the acoustics of the room and it gives probably the most natural sound out of all the different microphones you have on set. Therefore, I would say it's worth it to spend a little bit more on your boom mic setup. Audio is one of the things that beginners often overlook, and it's one of the most crucial components of any kind of narrative filmmaking or storytelling. Let's just take a look at the components that are here. There's actually 4 components in this setup here. The first is what we call the dead cat. Dead cat. That's what they call it. It's actually a windscreen, and so, you know, if you're filming outside and there's a little bit of a breeze, you don't want to get any of this. Not good. And this will help cut that down immensely. That is something that is sold separately. But as we're going to see, you can find a package a lot of times that includes everything. The next thing is the actual microphone itself. Now this is the Rode NTG-2, and I see this microphone used a lot in low-budget indie films, and I think the reason is, well, the same reason that I bought it, is it's about a $250 mic, but you get a pretty decent microphone for that price. You just get a lot of bang for the buck. Now, when you look up microphones, you're going to see there are literally dozens of different microphones and all different types of price ranges. You can find one that fits your budget, but this one is very popular. A couple drawbacks of this mic, however, are that it needs, well, all mics need power, but this one only can get power from a AA battery, whereas a lot of other microphones can receive power through the XLR cable, either from the recording device or the mixer. And the other drawback is that not only does it need a battery, but there's no on-off switch. So when the battery's in, it's on all the time. If you forget to take the battery out, it's still drawing power. Not a lot, you know, one battery could last a couple days, but it's still kind of a pain because you have to actually disconnect the XLR cable to remove the battery. But that being said, you know, I didn't have to pay $500 or $800 or $2,000. And along those lines, like say you were to hire a professional sound man to record sound for your short film or your feature film or whatever you're filming, he probably would not have a microphone this cheap in his whole sound bag. If he did, it would definitely be the cheapest one. Now the next component at the end of this boom pole is a shock mount. And all that is just a microphone holder. It has a little kind of some rubbery band looking things on the end. And as the name implies, it reduces shock and it reduces noise, because every time you move your hands on the boom pole, which is the last component, that sound comes through into the microphone. And so the shock mount helps with that, but also just your technique. You're going to have to learn to hold this boom pole in a fashion that is not making noise, or you're not sliding your hands along it. Now the boom pole itself, they run around the $200 range, and the reason for that is because A, they're metal. This is like a very sturdy aluminum, and the other reason is it has an XLR cable that goes through the pole itself, and so you don't have to mess around with an extra cable, which is actually detrimental to your sound, because every time you monkey around with the pole, it creates sound and messes your audio up. And so you want this streamlined as possible. So just a word of caution, you'll see boom poles a lot cheaper for sale, but A, they're plastic and very flimsy, and B, they're not gonna have the XLR cable that runs all the way through this pole, which is telescoping, and the telescoping action doesn't affect the XLR cable inside because there's some kind of a magical device in there that prevents that. Anyway, those 4 components can all be purchased separately. You can also get a package deal on a lot of these. Now, that of course is not including the recording device. So if you need a separate recording device, you know, a popular one is like this Tascam DR-60D, which they don't make anymore. There's an upgraded model that you'll like better. The Zoom H4n is also probably the most popular for low budget indies. And or if you can go directly to your camera, if it has XLR inputs, all you need is an XLR cable, which you might already have laying around. And if not, though, you'll want to make sure to order one of those too. So the only other thing you're going to need besides that is a set of headphones. The headphones, they don't have to be like studio quality, although that would be nice, but you know, just any fairly decent pair of headphones is going to work to make sure you're capturing good sound. Just because levels are bouncing on your recording device doesn't mean you're getting good quality sound. There could be an electrical hum, there could be an issue with the microphone being muffled. There's a lot of things that the levels don't tell you. So a good set of headphones, or even a set of earbuds can work. You just want to monitor that audio. The only other thing you might need is an adapter if your recording device does not accept XLR inputs. And in that case, you'll just have to get the appropriate one. Anyway, that's it for today's video. I hope you found the information useful. Remember, you can always adjust your equipment list up or down according to your budget, but if you want to take a further look at any of the items that I've mentioned today, there are links in the description below. Remember to like this video and share it on the social medias like YouTube, Facebook, MySpace if that makes a comeback, and subscribe to this channel. Remember, we'll see you every Monday right here. I'm Jeff McClellan. This is Grasshopper Cinema and How to Film Anything. That's all, folks.